Hey folks, it's Matt once again, and welcome back to another review. And this is thanks to Tony, who had sent me this film and the sequels. And although I did not have the sequels, I already had the first film on DVD. He has sent me a Blu-ray and DVD copy, and again, I already had a DVD copy. And the Blu-ray unfortunately didn't work because for that specific Blu-ray, you need a region-free Blu-ray player, which I do not have. But still, the gesture was nice, and he sent me the sequels, which I will get to on another day. But the first Species from 1995, I've always enjoyed this film. I think it's a fun movie. I think it's an entertaining film. It's a good chase movie. This group of people here form a team that chase Syl, this alien that's been formed from human alien DNA, who doesn't really know what she truly is, wants to mate, and before she is successful in that, this team wants to stop her. And I think it has a lot of stuff going for it. It has a great cast. I mean, you have Ben Kingsley, Alfred Molina, Madsen, Marg Helgenberger, Forrest Whitaker, Natasha Henstridge in her first role. She did a great job. You have very cool designs by H.R. Giger of the Syl alien. I really enjoy the look of that creature. The fun finale in the sewers. I always get kicked out of that action horror movies, sci-fi movies. The end in a sewer or tunnels and claustrophobic setting, and there's flamethrowers or machine gun fire, and I always get kicked out of that. Like I see films like Alligator and Watchers 2 and stuff when I was a kid. So again, I always get kicked out of that kind of stuff. And this went at a fast pace for me. I never got bored. I thought it was pretty well directed. Some nice camera movements. The camera was moving a lot in this film, which kept the energy going, I thought. I think it has a pretty good score by Christopher Young. Some really good effects by Steve Johnson and his crew. And this is a pretty good DVD as well. It has two commentary tracks, one by Natasha Henstridge, Michael Madsen, and Roger Donaldson, the director, all in the same room. And the second commentary track is the director, the producer, and two of the effects guys, Richard Edlund and Steve Johnson. And then the bonus disc has about a 50-minute making of, has some new interviews with Michael Madsen, the director, Roger Donaldson, and Natasha Henstridge. And a lot of like stuff shot back in the day in 1995. Oh, you have the writer as well. Forget the guy's name. Dennis Feldman. He's interviewed about where the origin of the story came from. Then you have Futurists Designing a Hybrid, H.R. Giger at Work, Engineering Life, and Alternate Ending, which isn't much. It's pretty much after the last scene in this film. You have Marg Helgenberger and Michael Madsen sharing a conversation and some ice cream while on a pier. I mean, it's a little character stuff, but it's not much to run home about. And this DVD actually has a little booklet as well, which is nice. Again, great cast, a lot of good actors. It was great to see Michael Madsen in a hero lead role, because he doesn't get to do that too much. Even he would admit that. He didn't get to do it as much as he would love to. And from the commentary and featurette, you could tell he's proud of the film. This is one of those films he's proud to be part of, Species, which is really cool. Because I like Michael Madsen as an actor. He's a really good actor, and he doesn't get to play the hero that much. He's usually just cast as the villain. Again, I think it's pretty well directed by Roger Donaldson, and Roger Donaldson has done quite a few films. He did Cocktail with Tom Cruise, which I haven't seen forever. I want to give that film another look. I believe No Way Out, which I haven't seen. I think that has Kevin Costner in it. Let's see, he made Dante's Peak, which I don't mind Dante's Peak. I mean, I've kind of made fun a little bit. Only because I do like Volcano better, and it's Dante's Peak. These people put that over Volcano, and I like Volcano more. But Dante's Peak I had fun with. The Getaway, I think that's the film he made before this, with Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger. And I think that had Michael Madsen in it. I thought that film was an alright movie. But yeah, again, more into the film. Again, Christopher Young, I think he did a great job on the score. Takes place at SETI, messages from space, government program. Hey, here's some DNA. Let's human and alien DNA that grew a child in the lab, played by Michelle Williams, who would go on to be in Dawson's Creek and Halloween H2O. But did too much. They try to kill her. Cyanide. She escapes. Gets on this train. This bum scares her, and she throws the bum, and he gets crumpled up in this really weird position. That guy is fucked up, pretty much, just crumpled. And this team is put together. Ben Kingsley, who ran the program. Alfred Molina, of course, from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Give me that. Give me the idol. Give me the whip. And also Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. He plays a scientist. Michael Madsen is sort of your lead action hero. He's a guy who is hired to chase people, hunt them down. Marg Helgenberger, who would later be in CSI, she plays a scientist. And then Forrest Whitaker, who I thought he did a really good job. He plays a guy who can feel things. I guess best way to describe it is a psychic. And it was, good cast of actors that they put into this flick. And on the train, which, watching this again, I didn't notice that a dream sequence is a scene that H.R. Dieter designed, this train with teeth on it. I don't know, I guess I just never thought anything of it. I just thought it was a train or something, but I looked closely and I went, wait a minute, these train have teeth on it and such. It's part of this little dream sequence that Michelle Williams is having. I thought that was a nice little touch. She wakes up, her face is bubbling, some nice practical effects. Then he has some tentacles. That's one thing I could say against the film. The visual effects, CGI by Richard Elland and his group, they don't hold up that well. Like, the practical effects hold up very well. And yeah, I love the look of Syl. I love the gore bits, which I'll get to. The face bubbling up and her skin breaking. But when it cuts to like the tentacles and later on this little bits of CGI, that does not hold up well. I mean, a lot of CG from '95, and that doesn't just hold up well. And forms a cocoon over her. And some stuff like this woman in the train looks at, she gets grabbed and killed, and this cocoon gives birth to Natasha Henstridge. And Natasha Henstridge, this was her first film. She would later on to be in Adrenaline, Fear the Rush, which is not much of a movie. Ghosts of Mars, which, yes, I have fun with Ghosts of Mars. Natasha Henstridge, I thought, did a good job with that. She was in The Whole 9 Yards and The Whole 10 Yards. And after that, she didn't really get to do much. I mean, some TV and stuff, but I know she's in the sequel and then a cameo in the third film. But I thought she did a great job for her first film. She was a model. This was her first acting gig. And you definitely see her nude a lot, which is nice to look at. But I think she's a good actress as well. Natasha Henstridge, if I'm making a top 10 favorite actresses, she definitely would be on there. I would like to see her in more bigger movies, but that's me. I would say she's one of my favorites, actually, Natasha Henstridge. And she doesn't get talked about a lot. Madsen and Helgenberger, she was also in, which I reviewed with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I like that film. And Michael Madsen, he's another reason why I love the film. He's a favorite part. He has some very fun lines. If I'm here, then the shit definitely hit the fan. Or they say, well, we want to make her female to be more docile and controllable. And he's like, more docile and controllable? Just so you guys don't get out much. Or even his last line, let go, you motherfucker. Blows up the head of the alien. I mean, again, Michael Madsen, liked him as an actor, really liked him as his character of Press. And even when they're showing the tape of the girl's escape, and Michael Madsen just goes, wow. I mean, he was a lot of fun to watch. And the film goes on. You have Syl trying to wonder who she is, goes out shopping, gets a room in a motel. At the same time, the crew gets some DNA, and they want to try to grow something in the lab just to see what they're dealing with, especially if she's in alien form. Things go wrong. Ben Kingsley won't let him out of the room. Michael Madsen and Marg Helgenberger stuck in the room. Michael Madsen makes like a little flamethrower, and they're trying to get out of there. Some nice practical effects of the thing just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they're finally able to get out of the room, burn the fucking thing. Nice little scene. And pretty much they follow the trail of Natasha Henstridge's destruction. Natasha goes into a club. She gets slighted by a woman. The woman's in the bathroom, and I like the way it's done. Like, I think Roger Donaldson does a great job directing, because there's a lot of camera movements, camera pans. There's a scene later on when they're in the sewers where the characters are walking and the camera goes up, and it goes up above them. You see that the alien is above them as they're walking by. So I like that the director kept the camera moving. And even this little scene, maybe this wasn't intentional, but he framed it so it looked like, oh, maybe the alien, as she's sitting on the toilet, the alien's going to come from the sides. Then it quickly cuts, and no, it came from behind her, and actually got into her back, ripped her spine out, and when it cuts, you see that the spine's like out of her body, as if she broke it in half and pulled it out. You see a bit of the spine, some nice gory effects of the spine hanging out of the back of the woman. I'm like, wow, that's crazy, but well done. There's a guy she tastes bad, tries to have sex with. She realizes there's something up with this guy, which you find out forget if it's insulin or drugs or something like that. And okay, I'm gonna kiss you, and then her tongue goes out of the back of the guy's head. Nice little gory moment. There's a later on where at a pool with this guy. And I like the fact, like, she knows pretty much this team are on her ass. They're at the house, and you have these nice ripples on her face, and she's drowning the guy. And actually puts her nipples as an alien form. This scene here, which I'm a weirdo for saying this, but the alien form of Syl is kind of arousing in a way. It's kind of sexy looking, except for the killing part and the ripping out spines part. I mean, if you take that out of the equation, it's a bit more tame or submissive or slutty, or all three, then yeah, I'd have a go on that. Nipples hard as steel. Oh, they are steel, that's why. But, I mean, yeah, if I had to choose, of course, her, but hey, I mean, if you don't kill me, rip my spine or my dick out, then yeah, I'd have it. And tentacles come out of the breast parts and actually goes in the guy's mouth and chokes him to death while he's drowning. So I'm like, wow, it's not good enough to drown him. You're also putting these nipple tit tentacles. That's what they are. Their tentacles come out of her tits. Tit tentacles into a guy's mouth. And that's one of the things that they seem to be late. And even on the commentary, one of them, Natasha or Michael Madsen, I think both actually make fun of the fact that, man, we're pretty bad at this. We're always too late. It's like, well, if we did, the movie would be over already. Then later on, I think Michael Mann's like, yeah, you are right. We are always late to these. Of course, again, that's the thing with a chase movie. If you catch it too early, then the movie's over. Or if you catch it, then they look foolish and stupid when they've caught it and they've let it go again. Then they look like idiots, or even more like idiots. So it's just one of those things when you're making a chase movie. It's just one of those things that has to happen. But I'm liking the journey of it. And Marg Helgenberger, that's another fault that I have. She's a good actress, but her character's very weak. she's helpless or needs saved, or like in the third act she really doesn't offer anything. She doesn't really help in any way. There's a scene where she gets scared by a fucking squirrel, and she even says, "Oh, I got freaked out by a squirrel." And again, she's a weak character. Good actress. She's not bad acting wise, but her character is very weak. They really give her nothing to do, so yeah, it is what it is. But that's another thing I could say against it. But yeah, Michael Madsen has some good bits of dialogue. Someone is looking, hey, there's no semen in the hot tub, and Madsen's like, well, maybe she took it with. Natasha Henstridge kidnaps a woman. She cuts her own thumb off. Then you get the idea she cuts the woman's thumb off. As later on, there's this car chase scene, flying helicopters. I guess as opposed to what the hell else helicopters going to do. Of course, they're going to fly. But helicopters chasing her, and there's a car crash, explosion. Oh, she's dead. But even Michael Madsen and Forrest Whitaker goes, this doesn't feel right. This seems too easy. Michael Madsen having some fun with Marg Helgenberger. What, me? Yeah, you. I like Marg Helgenberger trying to imitate Michael Madsen. They have some fun with each other. And before that, getting Forrest Whitaker drunk. What was that? What kind of... I'm trying to think that it's a something tea, but it has alcohol in it. It's Ice Island tea, Rhode Island tea. I forget what the hell it was called. I don't drink much. I really don't drink alcohol at all, despite what some people want to say. But they're getting them drunk, and pretty much, long story short, Natasha Henstridge gets to Alfred Molina's room, have sex. She becomes pregnant. Molina dies. Love this shot. I always love this shot where the team are outside the door as Michael Madsen pushes the door. The same time, right across camera, the silhouette alien goes right through the door, right through the wall actually, right through the wall past camera. So Michael Madsen's going in. He busts through, and right when he busts through, the creature, right in front of the camera, right through the wall. I just love the way that the angle, the way it was. I thought that was a really cool idea. Have that. I just think it's a cool looking shot. Like, that's a trailer moment shot. And pretty much they chase it down to the basement in the sewers, and they have flamethrowers. Ben Kingsley gets grabbed, pulled, and killed. Nice bloody after effect. His mouth's all fucked up. There's some nice camera movements. She gives birth. There's this little cute kid who eats a rat. Now, when you see all this in alien form, and it's going after Forrest Whitaker, again, really bad CGI. Really bad. Does not hold up well. But the Forrest Whitaker burns the fucker, falls down. Michael Madsen's getting choked out by tentacles. He cuts it, shoots the shit out of it. I think there was something shot that was cut out and it's not on the DVD, but if you watch the trailer, The Species, there's a scene, real quick, like, where it looks like Michael Madsen has a shotgun or something, and it looks like he shoots. And then Syl gets shot at and falls down. That's not in the movie. And I'm wondering if that was part of an ending or there were scenes of the ending that were shot but not in the film, or not, or cut out of the film. I thought I heard something on the commentary, something about the ending was changed a bit, or I don't know if that's true though. But it looked like there was something shot that wasn't put in the ending based on the trailer. At least that one shotgun shot. Just when he shoots Natasha Henstridge, I mean, Syl, that's all that's left is Syl, shoots her with a handgun, not a shotgun, so I don't know where that scene is at, or why it was cut out. But pretty much they're helping Forrest Whitaker up, and that's where Michael Madsen gets the big-ass little sort of rocket, in a way, inside this sort of a grenade launcher. Blows her head up after saying, "Let go, motherfucker." I think Michael Madsen says he wanted to say electro bitch, but the producer's like, that's too much like aliens. You know, get away from her, you bitch. But I like electro, you motherfucker. And they get out there, and you realize that some of that rats took some of the, you know, tentacles that Michael Madsen cut off, and the rat's got bigger, is eating another rat. And of course, in the sequel, they're not going to go with killer rat monster in the sewer. Although, maybe they should have. You know, be different. I mean, why not? Might as well. I mean, instead of doing the exact same movie. I haven't seen Species 2 in a while, and I don't know if I'm going to hate the film, but I remember it being a letdown, a step down from this film. Because it seemed like a lot of the same shit, different day. But, you know, I'll form more of an opinion when I watch Species 2 again. And then 3 and 4, which I don't look forward to. Yeah, Species I really enjoy. I think it's a good chase movie. I thought it went at a good pace. I really like the HRD design of Syl. Really like the look. I think that's a really cool looking alien. Really cool looking creature. And kind of arousing as well. I mean, I would hit that. Just don't kill me or rip my dick off. Which, if you rip my dick off, I'd rather be dead. But, yeah, just don't do that and be fine. You know, be tame and lame, and that's pretty much it. Good cast. Really good cast. Great, like I said, great to see Michael Madsen in the lead action role. Has some fun lines of dialogue. Natasha Henstridge, for her first film, I think she did a great job. I like the idea of the film, them chasing this female alien that wants to mate. It's a B-movie idea, but they gave it a good cast and a good budget. So it's a good-looking film, some nice, good camera movements, camera pans, good practical Steve Johnson effects, and Dieter designs. And that's what I should have said at the beginning, but that's what's fun about this movie. It's a fun B-movie that got a good budget and a good cast. That's what Species is. You know, have a fun B-movie idea, get a cast that will look like they give a shit and do the material well. Director that is going to not just sit the camera, you do it, okay, put the camera here, sit it down. No, this director is trying to keep the pace going, and I think he does a good job of it. And then again, having Steve Johnson, H.R. Dieter, Christopher Young with the score, they put together a good ensemble team for this flick, and it shows. That's why it became a hit when it came out. That's why it has a 2-disc collector's edition. And that's why it spawned sequels. It's a good movie. I really enjoy Species. Again, some of the CGI doesn't hold up. Marg Helgenberger's character really has nothing to do. It's kind of a weak character. But other than those little nitpick things, yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Species. Really enjoy the film. So either way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you for the rest of the Species sequels later.